So the other day I was telling you guys how I wasn't quite ready to talk about something. It had to do with Marley. The other day, yeah. Sorry. She's been trying to be the dogs. She watches them too much. So we started seeing that Marley was kind of getting a little skinny. She's already been a skinny pup because she's so active. You know how Marley eats super fast? She kind of just inhales her food. And sometimes she does that inverted sneeze. One morning, she was doing an inverted sneeze. That's, how does that describe it? It's like...
It's almost like you're like a snarfle. People are like, what's a snarfle?
It's the weirdest thing in the world.
Like a snarfle. Like it's like...
Yeah,
like
I'm sure most dog owners know exactly.
Yeah.
She was doing that for like 45 minutes to like an hour, which is not something she normally does.
I massage her. I usually do like this. Like I kind of just, I just kind of like do a little light, just kind of rub on her neck, just to kind of, you know, like maybe make it less tense. I'm not putting any pressure on it, but I just kind of do that, you know, and it seems to calm her down a lot. She
started doing it, and she noticed like a little lump on the side of her neck that we don't think we've ever really noticed. Our vet is very close, immediately made an appointment, and we met with the doctor, and sure enough, they felt it, and they were like not worried about it, so they did blood work. But here's the craziest part. They came back in, and they're like, oh, well, you know, there is something there, but we also tested her blood, and she has diabetes.
Well, when you go into a vet, they usually ask you, is there any like of symptoms that you've noticed with your dog? Is there anything like out of the ordinary maybe that she's been doing? And we listed off just a few symptoms that had just started happening. It was like brand new. It wasn't anything that had been going on for a really long time.
Right.
And so they wrote down obviously all those symptoms, did her blood work, and you know, in combination with the blood work, what they found in the blood work with the symptoms that we provided her, they then came back with a conclusion.
So when they told us that she had diabetes, first thing Allie and I did, we kind of looked at each other like, I honestly didn't think that was a thing with animals.
Either.
That was the first thing. So we've really freaked out about that whole situation. So immediately I'm going through, it's like something I did, it's her diet.
Automatically Charles started blaming himself.
Yeah, like I think everyone does.
We all thought that we did something wrong.
Apparently on like a Monday, you don't have diabetes, and on Tuesday you can have it. And it's like that quick, and it's not really something that just happens. I mean, that's something that kind of is pushed that way or anything like that.
She's like, Dad, I want to find food.
You want to look for food. See, that's the thing too, is their appetite is not changed or anything like that. You want to go over here?
And usually if they have diabetes, like it's not always that they get skinny. More than likely they actually end up gaining a lot of weight.
Yeah, they get kind of chunky.
That's why they were like, that's really bizarre that she
right.
has diabetes, because you usually would see the adverse effect, which would be extreme weight gain. Thanks for joining the party.
You wanted to hang out with everybody? So naturally we're freaking out about that. They were like, all right, we want to do some more blood work. We'll let you know, because they wanted to do blood work on her neck, and they came back and said it was a thyroid tumor on her neck.
She's like, I'm thirsty. Go get yourself some water. Shake your butt.
And that she would have to get it removed, and naturally I'm going like to extremes and stuff like that, because she's lost all this weight. I don't know if anyone's ever noticed how skinny Marley has been. So that's kind of like why we didn't really talk about it, was because I was still kind of processing, understanding what was going on. Today, what we did was went to the vet. Luckily, I mean, they were like booked out for like a month or so, and luckily our vet knows theirs. So they got us in, which is another reason why we postponed our trip, because we were supposed to go on a trip last weekend.
It was actually like, we found out about Marley, I think 3 days prior to us leaving.
3 days prior. And we were nervous that if we were to leave and go in the woods and something, because we didn't really know what was going on, so we didn't want to be somewhere far away from a vet, as we probably would have been. So we decided to cancel or postpone our trip. That's why we did that. But they put her in for surgery tomorrow, or as you're watching this video, today, which is incredibly nerve-wracking because...
And we asked him, we said, you know, is this something that we need to get done quickly? Like, is this something that needs to be done today?
He said, like,
and he
weeks,
said,
no.
He said weeks, or he said, you know, month, no, weeks, maybe, but let's do it tomorrow.
Yeah,
you know, he was really great about making sure that, you know, he asked us a million questions, and he gave us so much information, which was really helpful in this situation, because I know how terrified Tara's been for the past 2 weeks, how terrified I've been, and, you know, these are dogs they're our family, and they mean so much to us.
We have a chaotic family, as you can see.
Surgery is scary in general.
Yes.
But the fact that it is where it is scary. And So basically, they kind of went over the procedure, what they would be doing, other things that they would look at, the recovery process would be like, exactly what they would be doing in the surgery for Marley and what they're looking for. It was very thorough, very detailed,
really
very
good.
Comforting, actually, the way that he went about explaining everything, which was really refreshing, because I think that for these past 2 weeks, Char, myself, have kind of been in the dark about what's going on. We knew she had diabetes. We knew she had a thyroid tumor on her neck. We didn't know if it was benign or cancerous, which we still won't know until surgery. But Marley, with her having diabetes, she has to have insulin. So
which is another crazy thing.
So it is really crazy. So twice a day, we have to actually give her insulin, which means that we have to take a needle and put insulin into Marley twice a day. And that was something we had to learn. Char had to get over his fear.
I hate needles.
But he's done amazing. Yeah. He's done amazing. Marley's done amazing with it.
Yeah, she's... The thing that's been the concerning thing was her loss of weight. She lost 3 pounds in a matter of a week and a half. Yeah. And we're feeding her, I don't know if you guys noticed, but we were feeding like ground beef, turkey, and quinoa and white rice and things like that.
Kind of a bland diet, but full of protein.
Protein to kind of, I hate to say fatten her up, but just to get her weight up. First off, I want to back up. What she has right now, every vet is blown away because they've never had 2 of these things at the same time. It's either they have diabetes or they have a thyroid tumor
issue,
and something like that. But for her to have both of them that's what's scary for me, because we got to make sure her insulin level is high enough, or not high enough, level enough to be good for surgery. But
I think there's like certain types of diabetes, but I don't know how that goes with animals. Try and say it the best of my ability. Basically, what happened with Marley is she has hyperactive thyroid, so it's going in overdrive. It's overproducing that thyroid hormone, I guess what it is. Yeah. It's kind of like burning more. So it's burning more. It's burning more energy. It's taking more energy.
So it's like as she's eating, it's burning almost immediately.
Immediately. With the diabetes, what you need to do is with the insulin is to help level out her blood sugar. And so basically what happens is with your sugar, when sugar goes into your blood, I guess it breaks down into carbs, and the carbs are what help provide you with energy.
Like the sugars and stuff.
But so it's almost like these 2 things together are working against each other. So she's trying to, balance out her sugar, or the diabetes, which would level out the sugar, which would keep her at a normal level, which would help maintain the weight. But then she has that hyperactive thyroid, which is going against that. So she's got something that's trying to help her maintain her weight, while the other thing is making her burn all of that.
When people say, like when I said that video where it seems like I was kind of out of it, that's why. All that stuff was kind of going in my head, kind of messing me up, and it's still kind of messing me up. So we have surgery set for her tomorrow, and
be great.
Just surgery in general sucks.
It does. But the best team ever is literally operating her. I'm not kidding. Like, we asked a lot of questions.
A lot of surgeons, when they do surgery, people go home. They don't stay. At vets.
Sort
of. But this place has an emergency hospital that checks on the animals every hour, and the doctors check every couple hours on the animals. So obviously Marley is going to have to stay at least 1 night to monitor everything.
So with her hyperactive thyroid, it's overproducing that hormone. So the other one could be like, listen, that one's already doing way more than what I need to do, so I'm just going to go to sleep. And that's kind of the way he explained it. It's like that thyroid may be asleep, meaning, not
dormant.
producing
that
hormone. So they won't know that until after surgery to see if that thyroid is...
It's got a kickstarter.
Yeah. So they said, worst comes to worst with this removal of the thyroid is that she might have to be on this medication that helps, get that thyroid back into gear.
Allie's awesome. She caught it before. It's movable. So he's like, I'm so happy you guys found it because it's movable.
He's like, to me, seems like something that's confined. Like it's in this bubble. It's not getting out of this bubble. It's only this bubble. We just got to take that bubble out. That's pretty much what he was explaining to us, but he won't know until he gets in there. But he's very positive that that's kind of what we're dealing with.
We just wanted to keep everyone in the loop because I'll be honest, the next couple of days, I'm probably not going to be wanting to do anything. It sucks.
It's going to be okay.
I know.
Look at me.
I know.
We do.
I know. I know she's going to be fine. I don't know. It's just, we're the type of people, I know a lot of people are like, oh, they're dogs and stuff like that. We're not those people, and we never will be.
They mean the world to us. They're our family. They're our other limbs, and we would do anything for them. Obviously, you know that Char adores these dogs. I adore these dogs. Our families, you guys, everyone knows how important they are to us. They are our life. They are our people. You know, they really are.
They're the first vlogging dogs, I think, on the internet.
And it's just not fun to see them like that.
Yeah, it's just, I hate seeing it like that, you know. She's gonna be fine. I know she's gonna be fine, but I just wanted to keep everyone in the loop. Regardless of the thyroid thing, Marley does have diabetes and will continue to need to have insulin shots. That
is so minor in comparison. It'll be great.
It just means that she can't have her cheeseburgers anymore.
Listen, we were talking about how this is what we do for them when we take them to the vet, because they're not big fans. We usually get them all a cheeseburger to split. And we couldn't get her a cheeseburger.
Before anyone says that is not what could cause that for an animal.
No, it's not. And I know a lot of people are probably thinking that. And Marley, if she ever does get table scraps around here, it's strawberries or spinach or broccoli. Like we really take pride in making sure our animals are loved.
They eat better than we do.
They do, literally.
We'll eat pizza and they'll have vegetables.
I know. Marley's got like a 4-course meal.
Yeah. I'm gonna let Marley go in the pond. The salt pond in the back, but she'll be fine, and I know she'll be fine. But I just want to let you guys know. Thank you so much for being here for us and being here for Mamar.
And she's gonna be okay. They're gonna keep us updated, and just next couple of days we're gonna be chilling a little bit.
I'm gonna go take her into the pool now.
In the cold pool.
But
she will be the one that will love it.
You guys want to go check out the pool? Marley, want to go check out the pool? Check it out. Baby gate. Come on, little puppy. Look at that. Isn't that nice? How's that refreshing? If you want out, you got to come this way. Mamar, this way. You don't want to fall in that one. Don't go in there. That's a deep one. How are you going to make this one? You got to come through the water? You went the wrong way. This is the perfect example of why this whole situation has been so crazy, because her demeanor, her attitude, all that stuff has pretty much been the same. Like, the only thing we noticed was her like being skinny, but like I said, we just attributed it to her being like running all the time, being very athletic. This sucks, but I know everything will be fine. So I'm obviously stressing a little bit about it, but I'm not trying to be sad about it, because there's nothing to be sad about. It sucks. The poor girl's got to go through this, but at the same time, I know it'll be fine. This is a giant Zoe step. Look at the giant Zoe step. Isn't that cool? You and the babies can all play on here. Remember, Sarasota, we designed the Zoe step? It's like 7 times the size. So Zoe, don't go that way. I promise you won't like it. Isn't that cool? How is that? It's so big. How cool is that? Marley's doing her traditional thing, looking for food. Nothing has changed. Baby's over here lounging, getting grapes fed to her. Has a palm frond fanning her.
Fresh squeezed milk.
Fresh squeezed.
Fresh squeezed milk. I also have that. It's not squeezed though. That sounds horrible.
Ugh, yeah, I just go and I squeeze
the milk. It
milk.
comes from the milk tree and the milk plant. Have you ever seen the milk plant?
Uh-uh.
It's kind of cool looking. It's like round, and then it has like a little circle on the end of it.
What?
And it's like a boob, a nipple.
That's a real tree?
Oh, I made that up.
Oh, okay. I thought that was a real tree.
Oh my god. They call it the fruit of the booby. It's the titi tree. Have you ever seen the titi tree? It produces a very unique liquid, kind of like a coconut.
Okay.
Except for it.
Hey, Marley. How's it going? How you feeling, buddy?
She looks like a falcon right now.
That's one thing that we have noticed that since she lost the weight is that her ears look tremendously bigger. When she was a puppy, she had such a tiny head. Her ears were so massive then, too. But we're going to plump you up. You're going to get nice and fat after the surgery. Nice and fat. All right, guys. Well, you know what's happening. Marley is going in for surgery in the morning. So tonight we were just kind of hanging out and letting her probably get up her bath. I don't know. Maybe get a cookie and then you're done. Okay? Then you have to fast. But we will see you guys tomorrow. I know everything's going to be perfectly okay.
She's a trooper, man.
She's strong.
I was comparing Marley to a cockroach. Like, she would survive the apocalypse.
Yeah, it'd be like her and a cockroach.
Like Marley would find a way.
Explosion.
Yeah, she would find a way to make like something bizarre that you would never think be edible, and survive off of it for years.
Yep. the entire planet would be overrun with little Marleys.
Yeah.
Anyway, we will keep you guys informed and everything, but don't fear. She's gonna be fine. I'm completely, utterly confident in that. But it's a scary situation. I'm terrified. But this little face is no longer looking at us. But we will see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night. Bye.